What do you struggle with in life? Presumably not with control.
um, what do I struggle with?
Or perhaps more accurately, what does someone with your wiring and experience, given the state
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
universe, struggle with?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I think I don't know if this is true. It might be I might be thinking this because we were just talking about it earlier in one of the earlier questions, but I think actually, no, I think this is true. So this lack of a framework to think about complex things annoys me and it bugs me and I struggle with it. That there are so many things where there's so much nuance and so many factors to consider, and every situation is unique in some way or the other. And I struggle with figuring out what framework to use to make decisions, or even what stand to take. Like often on on social media or things like that, there might be conversations going on around sort of one set of people are really upset with another set of people about something. And I feel like I end up seeing a lot of nuance. I see the points on both sides. I see a lot of nuance on both sides. I always end up thinking that no, but things are more complicated than that. But as a result, it means that I might just not end up taking a discrete stand. And that can be problematic. And so I think I struggle with that. I struggle with figuring out how to deal with complexity, and whether or not I should be taking a stand. I don't even know the answer to that. Maybe it is okay for me to just recognize the complexity and live in that. But maybe it's not okay, and I don't have an answer to that either. So I think I struggle with things of that sort.
What do you struggle with in life?
I think the things I've been saying, like the work-life balance is a thing, dealing with stress, and making sure that kind of like spending time on the important things and making sure that my sense of what are the important things are actually the important things, and those sorts of questions.
And what do you struggle with in life?
I don't usually struggle. I mean, there are a lot of things that I'm trying to improve at, but there's no. But I'm not really struggling. I try my best, but if that doesn't happen, I don't make my life miserable and so on. So that's the. Yeah, there's no particular thing that I'm struggling with. So there are many different things that I'm constantly trying to improve.
What do you struggle with in life?
Well, not experiencing enough beauty could be a good answer to relate to the previous question. Again, I think I'm not very human at this point. So, hopefully in 6 months, I'll have a better answer when I have had a chance to resurface beyond work and kind of feel more human, and then I can have a better answer. And I struggle with a lot of things, but you could say I struggle with making sure that what I do is meaningful, because I'm not sure that, I like my work, but I don't know if that's the most meaningful thing someone could be doing with their life. Maybe there's other more meaningful things, like spending more time with people that you love and not doing as much work. Or, maybe one day I'll be a stay-at-home mom. That's not something I'm excluding from the list of possibilities. Yeah, so I guess finding meaning would be a good answer.
What do you struggle with in life?
Yeah. I mean, I think we covered some of that earlier. One particular thing I struggled with, particularly in work, is the role kind of big tech plays in academia and in our field. I think it's, I've at various points in time worked for kind of large tech companies, and I'm these days, I don't think I would do that again. And I'm not sure how to talk to my students about the role these companies play in our society, the role they play in aspects of our government. And I found that to be pretty challenging. I think like when you start as an academic, you kind of assume that there'll be some separation between those two worlds. And right now in machine learning, it's complicated. I mean, it's not totally clear the directionality technology development is going, or the role kind of general academia plays versus industry.
Are you generally optimistic about technology? Do you think it's the arc bends positive, or does the arc bend negative?
I mean, I find that naturally I am. I mean, I guess I've always felt that way, but without a lot of evidence. Like, I think I'm more and more convinced by arguments that are like actually unchecked, this arc bends negatively, and I don't actually know how to square that with the work I do personally. Like I don't know how to take that evidence and I don't know how it applies to a particular paper we're working on or something. Like you don't really know totally how technology is going to be used when you develop it. I think if I knew that the main actors were, I think, less malevolent in this space, I would feel more comfortable trying out new ideas. These days, I definitely think harder about it in some ways.
What do you struggle with then in life?
What I struggle with, changing nappies, a lot of different things, changing nappies, like getting kids to sleep. I really struggle with all of that.
I like the sharp transition. The aim is to understand the universe, but if we could only get toddlers to not kick while we are changing diapers, that would be nice.
Yeah, like the point is, like, you don't really understand. We don't understand babies. Like, we don't understand life. I mean, we are thinking of understanding a cell. How does a cell work? We don't really. Nobody has a complete picture, the full mechanistic model of even which can accurately describe any cell. I mean, and we are talking about a baby. A baby is a really complex being. So I struggle with that. And I have no qualms in admitting defeat.
I also see that there are now two levels at which you struggle with understanding babies. One is at a philosophical level. One is, can you just please stop kicking me?
Yeah.